Hello again. This is the MSC Missionaries of the Sacred Heart Mission Office, and this is Mission Alive, because the mission of Jesus Christ is alive today and it is in our hands. I want to talk a little bit about St. Mary of the Cross, St. Mary MacKillop, an extraordinary woman who did extraordinary work in her time. And we honour her. Has a special position in the Australian Church, special position in the Church. For her, we can say, mission accomplished, job well done. Her and her sisters and other religious congregations of sisters at that time had the mission to go out into remote country areas and educate Catholic children, because many of the Catholic children were disadvantaged in schooling. The Catholics as such were discriminated against in many ways in society. So the job was to educate the children, to give them a chance to take a greater role in society. And Mary MacKillop and her sisters and many others have done the job. Now we have Catholic schools scattered across all those little communities and all those parishes, and they're all run mostly by lay teachers, lay people who have been trained. The results of the work that they set out to do. Mary MacKillop, as we know the story, had a lot of opposition, was even persecuted. That was officially and unofficially. There were many problems put in her way, many problems there to be solved. Finances, personnel, accommodations, many things. Excommunication. These were great obstacles to her. Great obstacles to achieving what she believed God wanted her to do. There was also considerable help and support from many people. Many good people supported her in many different ways. And that must have given her a lot of faith too, that if others believed in her also, then she could go on believing. She had courage, strength, conviction, faith, trust. She believed that she was called by Jesus Christ to a work, and she had the trust in Jesus that he would see it through, but she also had a lot of strength and courage and the conviction of what she knew to be right. And this carried her through. Now I want to reflect with that too on our gospel from Sunday, where Jesus comes to the apostles across the water. Certainly for Mary MacKillop there were troubled times. It was a storm, many storms, and she must have found it in some ways difficult to continue. But in her prayer, in her quiet moments, perhaps in her relationships with other peoples, she would see Jesus coming to her across the water and believe that Jesus was there, and that Jesus calmed the storm, if not around her, certainly within her mind and heart. Otherwise she could not have continued through all that was going on around her. So the effort, the work, the suffering, she took that as just, that's the work. That's the mission. It's there to be done. We get on with it. And there's Jesus walking to her across the water. And she responded to Jesus and said, yes, we can do this. And that's something to remember too. When we work with Jesus on these things, it's not only Jesus that does it, it's not me that does it. We do it together. So we can say to Jesus, yes, my friend, we can do this together. And this mission that we set out to do here in other countries around the world, helping people in all kinds of ways, that's all part of Jesus being with us to calm the storm, and to bring us safely to shore so that we can get on with the mission. And at times we can say too, mission accomplished. Thank you for being with us, carrying on with the mission.